Breaking Kim Soo Hyun's house, surrounded by police, actor, facing bankruptcy and lawsuits. What could possibly drive Korea's top star to the edge of financial ruin? Why has his luxurious home become the center of a police standoff? This is not just another celebrity rumor. It's a spiraling crisis unfolding in real time. Secrets, betrayals, and lawsuits are closing in fast. Join Red Carpet Revealed as we dive deep into this shocking scandal and uncover the truth behind the chaos. Seoul, South Korea. An eerie silence fell over Hanam-dong's elite residential district this morning until it was shattered by the blaring sirens and flashing lights of a police convoy pulling up in front of Kim Soo-hyun's multi-million-dollar penthouse. Officers, dressed in black tactical gear, fanned out across the perimeter, cordoning off the area as the press and stunned bystanders looked on in horror and disbelief. The man once hailed as South Korea's crown prince of K-drama, the immaculate face of luxury brands, and one of the highest paid actors in Asia now stands at the center of a rapidly expanding scandal involving bankruptcy fraud and lawsuits totaling over 3 million USD. The scene that shook the nation around 8:47 a.m. At least 9 police vehicles were spotted outside Kim's penthouse, armed with a search and seizure warrant. Officers entered the premises in what sources confirm is part of a high-profile financial investigation. Witnesses reported seeing boxes of financial documents, multiple laptops, and external drives being carried out by investigators wearing gloves and evidence tags. Within hours, hashtags like #Kim Soo Hyun Scandal, #K-Drama King Falls, and #Luxury to Lawsuits trended worldwide. Thousands flocked to online forums, unable to grasp how one of Korea's most cherished idols could be caught up in such turmoil. It looked like a scene from a movie, said one neighbor, but it wasn't fiction. It was Kim Soo Hyun, and it felt like watching a star fall from the sky in real time. A lavish life crumbling behind the curtains. Insiders reveal that Kim Soo Hyun's financial collapse didn't happen overnight. It was a slow, spiraling descent, concealed behind designer suits, luxury endorsements, and curated Instagram posts. It all began with a failed real estate venture in Jeju Island, where Kim reportedly invested over 4 million USD into an exclusive golf resort that never broke ground. Following that, he poured funds into a cryptocurrency and NFT platform that went defunct within 6 months, allegedly costing him another 1.5 million. To make matters worse, sources claim Kim fell victim to internal mismanagement, entrusting financial decisions to a former business manager who has since vanished overseas. With cash flow frozen and mounting debts, Kim reportedly defaulted on several contractual obligations with major brands, leading to a domino effect of lawsuits and image withdrawals. Brands that turned their backs. The most jaw-dropping blow came when Gucci Korea, a brand that once made Kim the face of its Asia-Pacific campaigns, officially terminated their endorsement deal and filed a $1.2 million USD lawsuit, citing violation of the morality clause, after whispers of his financial instability and gambling addiction began circulating in executive circles. Shortly after, L'Oreal Asia withdrew Kim's image from promotional materials across Seoul, Tokyo, and Taipei, and filed suit demanding $950,000 compensation, claiming irreparable damage to brand trust and regional KPIs. Then came Hyundai Department Store Group, who had invested heavily in a campaign starring Kim for their flagship stores, with Kim missing 3 scheduled shoots and withdrawing last minute from a public fan signing the company, filed for 1 million USD in damages, stating breach of contract and serious logistical loss. Combined, these lawsuits exceed 3 or 15 million USD and are expected to balloon even further as smaller brands and subcontractors join in. Whispers, rumors, and a silent collapse. A former makeup artist speaking under anonymity painted a haunting picture of Kim's state in recent months. He stopped talking. He would show up on set with red eyes saying nothing. He looked lost, like he was drowning but couldn't scream. Some close friends suspect he may have taken high-interest private loans to sustain appearances, while others suggest he was manipulated into fraudulent investment schemes. Even fans noticed something was wrong. His social media accounts, usually brimming with curated elegance, had gone quiet. His last post was a vague black and white photo of a stormy sky, captioned only, "Even stars disappear." Legal storm ahead. Prosecutors are reportedly exploring charges of tax evasion, investment fraud, and intentional concealment of financial liabilities. Should evidence confirm these allegations, Kim Soo Hyun could face both civil and criminal penalties, including possible jail time. His agency, Gold Medalist Entertainment, has issued a brief, sanitized statement. We are cooperating fully with authorities and request the media refrain from speculative reporting. But silence from Kim himself only fuels speculation. Will he come forward with the truth? Or is this only the beginning of a deeper, darker chapter? For over a decade, Kim Soo Hyun was the embodiment of the perfect star, handsome, scandal-free, and endlessly profitable. But behind the glossy magazine covers and immaculate red carpet appearances lay a truth that is only now coming to light. Kim was crumbling under the unbearable weight of perfection. According to one former agency executive, the pressure to remain clean was so intense that even minor emotional outbursts or exhaustion-related absences were treated as career-threatening issues. He was treated like a brand, not a human. The insider revealed. Every smile was rehearsed, every step calculated. He couldn't even date publicly without fear of losing endorsements worth millions. As the expectations grew, so did the cracks. Kim reportedly began sleeping only 3 hours a night, battling chronic anxiety and panic attacks while juggling multiple shoots, rehearsals, brand events, and overseas press tours. His inner circle tried to intervene, but he insisted on pushing forward, desperate to preserve his image as Korea's unshakable golden boy. The turning point, a risky gamble in the shadows. In late 2023, Kim was approached by a mysterious group of investors linked to a luxury crypto casino startup in Macau lured by promises of zero-risk high returns. Kim is said to have secretly invested over $2 million USD, a move he hid even from his manager. But just 6 months later, the company vanished overnight, its servers offline, its founders untraceable. That was when Kim began to unravel, with no way to recover his losses and mounting brand commitments to fulfill. He turned to high-interest private lenders, reportedly borrowing from 3 different entities at monthly rates as high as 24%. Documents seized by police today are believed to contain ledgers of these transactions, some written by hand and others traced to a burner phone registered under an alias. Celebrity reactions, shock, silence, and betrayal. As the story continues to develop, many of Kim's peers in the entertainment industry are struggling to process the truth. Bae Suzy, his former co-star, and rumored past flame unfollowed Kim on Instagram just hours after the police raid. Meanwhile, fellow actor Park Bo-gum, who once described Kim as a brother in spirit, released a cryptic tweet simply reading, "Nothing gold can stay." Even more shocking is the silence from former collaborators and top-tier producers who once lined up to work with Kim. A source from a major streaming platform confirmed they have suspended indefinitely an upcoming drama in which Kim was cast as the lead despite having already filmed 2 episodes and spent over 600,000 USD in pre-production. Fans torn between loyalty and betrayal. Online reactions from fans are mixed and emotional. On one side, the hashtag #StandWithKimSooHyun has gained traction with supporters urging the public not to judge until all facts are revealed. "He gave us joy for over 10 years. He deserves a second chance," one fan wrote. But others feel betrayed, pointing to the millions of dollars in lost investments and sponsorship deals that collapsed, affecting hundreds of workers behind the scenes, from stylists to marketers to set designers. "We loved an illusion, and now the illusion has shattered," another user posted. What's next for Kim Soo Hyun? Legal experts predict a long and highly publicized trial ahead, possibly stretching into late 2025 or early 2026. If convicted of fraud, tax evasion, or contract violation, Kim could face up to 5 years in prison, along with fines and a ban from public broadcasting. Speculations are also rising around whether he will flee the country, especially given the international scope of some of his investments. Immigration authorities have reportedly flagged his passport, though this has not been officially confirmed. Despite everything, a few insiders claim Kim is currently under voluntary house arrest, surrounded by a skeleton team of trusted confidants and family members. His mental state remains unknown. The legacy in jeopardy. Kim Soo Hyun's fall is not just a personal tragedy, it may signal a broader reckoning in the Korean entertainment industry where perfection is not just expected, but demanded. The illusion of flawlessness of untouchable idols is beginning to crack. From headlines to hashtags, from courtrooms to the hearts of fans worldwide, this story isn't just about one man's downfall. It's about an entire system built on image and what happens when that image finally breaks.